Alrighty then. Great to be back. Had an amazing time in Indianapolis. Was so happy that I got to meet some people. Everybody that stopped by, cannot thank you enough. Really touched Laura and my heart. It was such an unbelievable experience. It's hard to put into words. I think you got a little flavor of how amazing the entire weekend was just by watching the video, the 40 minutes of the concert I put up. And I apologize for the quality of that, but my phone camera skitzes out. This is what it looks like when you try to take a picture. So what I end up doing is turning it around like you're taking a selfie, and that's steady, but then I've got to take a picture like this. I'm doing the video, and so it was a little awkward, and I couldn't control the exposure, but you got the sense, and you could hear the audio was great. You could just hear the excitement. I haven't yet been to a Trump rally, and I'm really looking forward to it, but this, I think, was a taste of what you get at a Trump rally. It was 100% pro-military. It was 100% pro-flag. We started each day with a prayer and with the Pledge of Allegiance and with the national anthem. It was 100% pro-America. It was so pro-American that they found out that one of the vendors there was cheating in selling foreign-made goods and holding themselves out as a made-in-America company. They asked them to leave, and they said no. They did the right thing. They called the police. We had state police, we had county sheriffs, and we had local police show up to escort these gentlemen to the nearest exit. Bye-bye. Made in America means made in America. And that's this button. Where is it? I don't know if you can see that. It says, "Be American, buy American." And that's what we all need to be doing. Be American, buy American. Laura and I are proud to be supporting 5 Made in America companies downstream. Our fragrance oil is manufactured in Houston. The fragrance is formulated, bottled, and packaged by a family of Jamaican immigrants in White Plain. They get the bottles, and the bottles are printed from a company in Queens. The packaging comes from a printer in Brooklyn. We've supported Andy Johnson did our amazing videos for Memorial Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and Independence Day. It's been quite a journey, but we are happy to support our fellow Made in America companies. And that's what every American needs to be doing, regardless of their politics, okay? Ellen DeGeneres got a little taste, just a little soupçon of what we experienced when she got unbelievably vile hatred on her Twitter account because she had the temerity to sit next to George W. Bush at a football game. This is how insane these leftists are. Ellen is no conservative. And she said, wait a second. People are allowed to have different points of view. So Ellen DeGeneres, I applaud you. You're exactly right. That is the American spirit. That is the America we all know or love. Nobody is saying everybody has to have the same point of view except the left. Nobody is saying that everybody has to vote for the same person except for the left. And the left is so bad. I've covered this many times. If you step out of lockstep with them on one single issue, they throw you under the bus. Brandon Strzok has the temerity to walk away, even though he's a homosexual. Under the bus, Brandon. Candace Owens has the temerity to Blexit, even though she's black and even though she's a woman. Not the back of the bus, under the bus, Candace. The left can tolerate zero dissent, zero deviation from their stated agenda. Zero. Step out of line 1 millimeter and it's off with your head. In some cases, literally, with some of the people they're hanging out with. I think Ellen DeGeneres needs to have Brandon Straka on her show to discuss this very issue. And my sense is, my expectation is that at the end of the interview, Ellen would say, you know, Brandon, I don't agree with everything that you're saying, but I will defend with my life your right to say it. Because that's the America that we grew up in. Okay, that's how it used to be. I disagree with every single thing you say, but I will defend with my life your right to say it. We also used to say politics stops at water's edge. We don't see nearly enough of that anymore, which is why it was so gratifying to be with literally hundreds of people who felt the same way. We had one troll the entire weekend, and it was some couple that you could just tell by their physical appearance and their slovenliness what miserable humans they were, and their whole attitude and everything else. It was later on Sunday afternoon when everybody was breaking down, and they had some snide comments to make to each other because they're just so much smarter than everybody. The rest of the weekend was just wall-to-wall patriotism and pride in America. I don't know if every vendor there supported President Trump. I do know that every vendor, save that one that was there, was proud to be an American business. So again, this isn't about politics. There is nothing wrong. I did an interview with Tudor Dixon that I hope I'm going to be able to get a link to you. I did an interview for MAGA Institute, and one of the things I said to Tudor was that there's nothing wrong with America first. And I said, I would expect Canadians to be Canada first. I would expect French people to be France first. I would expect Brits to be Britain first. Countries matter. Countries exist for a reason. Every world leader should be putting their own country's interests first, their own citizens' interests first. Because that way, when you come to the table as equals, when Britain comes to the table with the United States, when France comes to the table with the United States, even when Angela, should she last that long, come to the table with the United States to do a trade deal, Angela has every right to say, oh, I'm German first. We got to have the deal will only do a deal if it works for the German people. And President Trump says we'll only do a deal if it works for the American people. And that is the platform on which they should be negotiating. That's the ground over which they have to negotiate. Then each leader, it's up to each leader to make sure that their own citizens are taken care of. It's not the United States' job to make sure that everybody else is happy and healthy and wealthy and wise. Okay? It's the president's job to make sure that we benefit from a trade deal. It's the other country's leader's job to make sure that his or her citizens are looked after in the deal. Everybody has, in a negotiation, everybody has to make concessions, which, by the way, I'll let you in on a little Trump negotiating tactic. It's a tactic that I've used. I didn't invent it. He didn't invent it. It's been around for ages. You always ask for more than you want. If you shoot for the stars, you might end up on the moon. If you want a 15% tax cut, you say that you will not sign a bill that does not contain a 20% tax cut. So then when they come back and they say, yeah, I'm sorry, I could only get 15%. 15%, give it to me. Donald J. Trump. Boom, tax cuts. You know, the business rate he was, or he wanted, I'm sorry, I had that backwards. He wanted 20%, and he said he would only go if they got 15. And they came back and said couldn't get 15, could only get 20. He's like, 20, great, boom, that's what I wanted. But you don't tell him that's what you want at the start, because then you'll never get it. Okay, and you always have things in your negotiation list of all the things I want. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. Well, you only want 4 of those 5 things, really. So when it comes time to make concessions, well, nope, can't do it. Can't give ground on that 5th one. Oh, well, you twisted my arm. Okay, reluctantly. I hate to make this deal. It's only got 4 of the points. I wanted those 5 points. No, you didn't. You only wanted the 4. You got what you wanted. You got your 4. They got the 5th. Didn't matter to you, so why not give it away? That's how you negotiate. I used to be a really good negotiator. Donald Trump is the master of the craft. You know what else he's a master of? He is the troll master. I think we're going to start having a contest to see who has the tweet of the day, and then we're going to take the tweets of the day for the week, and we'll have the tweet of the week, and then maybe we'll even do a tweet of the month. Okay, but yesterday he and Don Jr. were. Let me see if I have those tweets. They were both pretty funny. Oh, I'm going to get to that tweet next. Yeah, this was great. So Trump said last night, hasn't Adam Schiff been fully discredited by now? Mr. President, actually, no. He'll only be fully discredited when he's indicted and convicted. So let's get that indictment rolling. And by the way, I'm being very clear. He can't be indicted for leaking, although he should be. But because he's a congressman, he can't be indicted for leaking. Courts have ruled that. It doesn't make any sense. It's not the way it ought to be. But that is the state of the law right now. But he can be indicted for the death of that homosexual prostitute in Ed Buck's house. Let's get him indicted on that. Hasn't Adam Schiff been fully discredited by now? Do we have to continue listening to his lies? And then Junior immediately followed that up with retweeting Lindsey Graham's tweet of, unlike the House of Representatives, I'm tired of only hearing one side of the story. Don Jr. followed that up with a comment, good. We all want to hear the full story, not just Adam full of Schiff selective partisan leaks. So the Donald and Don Jr. neck and neck with the tweet game. But this is what I loved. Okay, the mayor of Minneapolis, and in case you don't understand this issue, the mayor of Minneapolis is strong-arming Target Center, the arena, the basketball arena, hockey arena, where the Minnesota Wild and the Minnesota Timberwolves play. I think it's called AEC Management, whatever, the company that runs the arena. The mayor is strong-arming the arena, saying that the arena has to pay the city $350,000 for extra security for the Trump rally. The mayor's basically just trying to stop the Trump rally and saying, that the arena needs to charge the Trump campaign $350,000 and pay it to the city. And Trump's lawyers have submitted a letter to the arena saying, no, we're not paying you $350,000. It's not part of our contract. Furthermore, you, arena management company, don't owe the city a dime for the security. The security is arranged solely by the Secret Service, and the Secret Service reimburses the city. And it ain't going to be any $350,000. It's going to be about $20,000. Not $350,000. It's expected to be about $20,000 that the Secret Service pays to the city of Minneapolis for the use of Minneapolis police officers as additional security at the event on Thursday night. However, AEC has no contractual obligation to pay the city a dime for the additional security. However, it does have a contractual obligation to provide use of the arena to the Trump campaign. And if the management company denies the Trump campaign access to Target Center beginning tomorrow so that they can set up, and then Thursday for the rally, that will be deemed a breach of contract. So there's no privity of contract between AEC and the city. There is privity of contract between the Trump campaign and the arena. So the arena has to let the Trump campaign use the arena, and no, the arena does not have to pay the city for the additional security. Secret Service takes care of that. So this whole thing is just the leftist communist mayor of Minneapolis trying to stifle Donald Trump's First Amendment rights. His First Amendment right to free speech and his First Amendment right to peaceably assemble. Remember, we've got a multitude of rights in the First Amendment. So that happened. And then the police came out with Cops for Trump. It's a t-shirt that says Cops for Trump. And then in white, it has the silhouette of a state police badge and a county sheriff, which is the star. So it's got the state police shield that has the flag, the eagle on top. It's got the county sheriff star, and then it has the municipal PD badge in outline. It's white, but in outline. So you can see it's the three organizations, the state police, the county sheriffs, and the municipal PD. And it says Cops for Trump. And if you haven't seen it, that's it right there. Okay, you see the three shields? It says Cops for Trump. And all of a sudden there's a big hullabaloo. Oh, we can't. Oh, that's violating. That's violating. We cannot have police endorse political candidates. Violating. And what does Trump do? He doubles down and he says, where's the one about the cops? So he's talking about Louisiana. Get your great t-shirts, Cops for Trump, at mpdfederation.com. Really nice. Thank you, Minneapolis police officers in union. You try to stop my First Amendment rights, I'm going to use Twitter, and I'm going to go right at you. And I bet you, nationwide, worldwide, they sell thousands of those Cops for Trump shirts, and I hope they do, because it's being done actually to, I understand it's being done to fund the proceeds are going to go into a fund that helps the families of officers who were killed in the line of duty. That's my understanding. But I think that they're going to see thousands, if not tens of thousands of shirts sold, simply because the president tweeted it out, because the leftist mayor of Minneapolis was like, no, we cannot have the, no, catch, no. But of course, if it was Sotoro Bunnell doing the same exact thing, the mayor would actually be requiring each police officer to purchase one, right? So that's how that works. And now this tweet that I just elided, I'm going to go back to, because I really couldn't believe she said it. The president tweeted, I think the crooked Hillary Clinton should enter the race to try and steal it away from uber-left Elizabeth Warren. Only one condition. The crooked one must explain all of her high crimes and misdemeanors, including how and why she deleted 33,000 emails after getting C subpoena. Now, the C was a troll. It means congressional. After getting the congressional subpoena, she deleted 33,000 emails. But the C is how things are marked classified. They're either marked C or NC, not classified. So when you have a whole document, each paragraph, you'll see C, C, and C, and C. And when something's classified and then it's declassified, the C is crossed out and they put NC next to it. So he was trolling her there, saying, after getting congressional subpoena of all your classified emails, she replied, "Don't tempt me. Do your job." Don't tempt me? Don't tempt you to run? Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please be tempted. I want Killery in this race so bad I can just taste it. I would love to see Killery try to make a run for this. Glutton for punishment? All right. You want to be a 3-time loser? Let's do it. And then we come to the big announcement today. There's 2 real big announcements at the end of the day. Remember how Timbo's been asking, apropos of nothing, occasionally over the last couple months? Wonder where Trey Gowdy is. Wonder what Trey Gowdy's up to. Well, we found out tonight. Yeah, Rudy, exit stage right. Your job is done. Oh, we're going to have Trey Gowdy look into this. We're going to have Trey Gowdy representing the president in a private capacity to handle all of the impeachment inquiry BS. If I were pencil neck Shifty Schiff-for-Brains Schiff, I would be shiffing my pants tonight, because Trey was his colleague. Trey was there for years with Shifty Schiff. Trey has heard all the scuttlebutt. Trey knows where all the skeletons are buried. I would not want to be pencil neck Shifty Schiff tonight, because Gowdy's coming. Another one like Jim Jordan, like Mark Meadows, like Lee Zeldin in New York's 1st District out in Suffolk County, the end of Long Island, like Louis Gohmert, like all these great representatives we have, like Matt Getz, 100% American badass to the bone. That's all I've got for you tonight. Laura and I want to thank you all for your support and encouragement. And what we're going to do is, until Sunday night, what we did is we dropped the prices at the trade show just until Sunday night. You're never going to have a better discount than this. All fragrances are $30, so Deplorable and Deplorable Dude are $30 a bottle instead of $45. In the baskets, this is your biggest savings. The baskets, instead of $100, are going to be $50. We slashed it to the bone just because we wanted to thank everybody. And I know a lot of people couldn't make it to the trade show. Was really happy for everyone who could. But for those who can't, we don't want you to be penalized as a result of your inability to come see us at the trade show. So until this coming Sunday night, 13th, I guess October 13th, right, at midnight, it's going to be $30 for a bottle of fragrance and $50 for the basket of deplorables. I promise you, our Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday sale is not going to be any better than this. It's probably actually going to be a little higher. This is the best discount you'll get. So if you're thinking of restocking yourself, if you're thinking of stuffing someone else's Christmas stocking, now is the time to get a little bit of shopping done. And we wanted to do that just to make the discount available to everyone, regardless of where you live. All right, that's all I have tonight. Until next time, God bless you. God bless these United States. Keep fighting the good fight.